Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my September TBR. So in today's video, I'm going to be using my TBR jar to pick the books that I'm going to be reading in the month of September. So let's go ahead and get on into it. So per usual, any of the books that I do not read in the previous month, the prompts that were picked for that book will have a chance to go back in the jar for a second round at possibly being picked again. And so the one going back in the jar this week is TikTok picks, because I was only unable to read one book this month. So just gonna take that and stick that back right on down in there. So here's my TBR jar, and I'm going to be using this to pick the prompts for the book that I'm going to be reading in September. I am so excited. This is one of my favorite videos that I do. I always love the randomness of it, so I'm super excited for September, and hopefully it's going to be a great reading month. So I am going to be picking 8 out of here this month, just because I am feeling very ambitious. So I'm going to pick 8 prompts out of my jar for the month of September and seeing if I can read all 8 of those books in September. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the first prompt. Okay, so I had 2 of them actually kind of fly out of the jar. So I'll be using both of these as the first and second prompts just to see what they are. So we'll start with this one first for the first pick. And this one is a pretty cover. Okay, so for a pretty cover, I'm going with Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second book in the Vow of Thieves duology, and I recently read Dance of Thieves and I liked it okay, but the ending had me wanting to continue on and read the second book. So I ended up picking up the second book, and hopefully I'm going to get to it in September. Okay, for the second one that jumped out at me, so this one says a cartoon cover. So for a cartoon cover, I'm going to go with Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the companion novel to A Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and I really loved that book when I read it. I have loved all of Abby Jimenez's books, and so I'm super excited to get to this one. I've heard really good things about this book, so I cannot wait to read it. Okay, so for pick number 3, let's see what we're going to get. Okay, so this is a book that matches your current outfit. So I'm currently wearing a gray crew neck and black shorts. So let me see if I have something that matches. I have an idea, but let me just double check. Okay, so for a book that matches your current outfit, I am going with Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. And this is black and gray. It does have a little bit of red, but it is mostly black, gray, and white. So I'm gonna go with this one. And yeah, I've had my eye on this for a little while, so hopefully I like it. All right, so for pick number 4. So for pick number 4, we got romantic comedy. Okay, so for romantic comedy, I'm going to go with Finally Mine by Lucy Score. And I'm not 100% sure that this is a romantic comedy, but usually I find that when I do read Lucy Score's books, I often am sometimes laughing out loud. So I figured that this would probably be my best bet at a romantic comedy for this prompt. Okay, so for pick number 5. Okay, so for pick number 5, we've got Enemies to Lovers. Okay, so for Enemies to Lovers, I'm going with Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And yeah, this has been on 3 TBRs this year, and I still haven't gotten to it, so hopefully in September. All right, so pick number 6. Okay, so pick number 6 is a book with your favorite trope. And honestly, I don't even know what my favorite trope is right about now. Okay, so for a book with your favorite trope, I think I'm gonna go with a small town romance, and for that one, I'm going Steel King by Daphne Perry. And this is the first book in the Clifton Forge series, and I really don't know anything about this besides the fact that it is small town, but I love Daphne Perry's writing, so I'm super excited to read another one of her books. Okay, so pick number 7. So for pick number 7, we got another cartoon cover, so let's go find another cartoon cover. All right, so for our second cartoon cover, I'm going with The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. I've heard really good things about Lynn Painter's writing, so I'm super excited to read this. I haven't heard super amazing things about this book. Well, I've heard mixed things about this book, so I'm interested to see what I'm going to think about this book. But yeah, hopefully I will get to this in September. Okay, and for our last pick, a book in a series you've started. Let me figure out what book in a series that I've started that I would like to continue. All right, so the book that I'm choosing for a book in a series that you started is City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. So in 2021, I started a reread of the Mortal Instruments series, and I read the first 2 books and never continued. So I do have a pretty solid memory of what happened in the Mortal Instruments, so I don't think me jumping back into this like 2 years later is going to do any harm. So I've been wanting to continue my reread of the series, so I think I'm going to jump back in with this book. So this is the 3rd book, by the way. I don't remember if I said that, but so yeah, this is my 8th and final pick. All right, so these are the 8 books that I am going to hopefully be reading in the month of September. So a pretty solid stack here. So just as a recap, we've got a book in a series that you've started, City of Glass, a cartoon cover, The Love Wager, Your Favorite Trope, Steel King, Enemies to Lovers, we've got The Serpent and the Wings of Night, a romantic comedy, we've got Finally Mine by Lucy Score, a book that matches your current outfit, Corrupt by Penelope Douglas, a cartoon cover, Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and a book with a pretty cover, we've got Vow of Thieves. So I'm super excited for the month of September and these books, so hopefully I can get to all of them. And yeah, so that is all for my September TBR. Let me know down in the comments if you have read any of these or if you're planning on reading any of these. I would love to chat with you about them. And yeah, so that is going to be all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all of my social medias linked down in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.